And we'll get started. Happy March, everybody. Here we go. Today's mastermind. Happy March 2nd. So we're starting a new month. So here we go. For today, goals allow you to control the direction of change in your favor. If you don't have your roadmap as to what your activities are going to be, how do you know what you're doing? So just remember, you are the CEO. As licensed realtors, obviously, even though we work, as I say, under the liability umbrella of a brokerage, we are self-employed. We own our own business. So my question is, do you have a written action plan for March? Do you know who you're going to call today? Do you know how many open houses you're going to do? Do you know your social media posts? So do you know your daily and weekly activities that are going to generate business for the next 30 days or so, 29, 30 days since it's March 2nd. So we have 4 full weeks of March. If not, would you be interested in an activity planner? I can put together a planner with different activities and you just check off each day. I did 15 phone calls a day. I got 1 lead. I did an open house this week. So I can help you with that if you don't currently have a plan like that in place. But in order to be successful in real estate, we have to have a very, very specific plan. We have to get up every day, go to work, and be productive in activities that will create new business. So if you would like an activity planner, there's my email address if you want to screenshot this. And of course, I'll also have the recording of this posted to my YouTube channel and at Boundless Business Coaching on Facebook, on my Facebook business page, probably by late this afternoon. So just another reminder too, in addition to being the owner of Boundless Coaching and being a real estate coach for folks that are somewhere between like the $2 to $8 million range, I also own a real estate school here in Jacksonville. It's on Beach Boulevard. I offer a handful of classes there very infrequently live in class. However, anything that you need, remember a lot of licenses are coming up for renewal on March 31st. So if you need your if you need your post-licensing, broker or sales, or just your 14-hour, and yes, my 14-hour is the current version that includes the ethics requirement that we have, then there's the website address. You can take it all online. So you log in, and even if you're not needing it until September, the classes are valid. You can access them for up to 6 months online. So just a heads up on that. So as you were creating, if you have not done this over the weekend, as you were creating your business plan for the month of March, you always have to put in the non-negotiable items first. So first you would honestly start with your personal life things. So if you've got dance recital for your daughter and soccer practice every Saturday morning with your son, you guys have date night or family night, family dinner night every Thursday or whatever it is, that goes on your calendar first because we always say family first. The second thing that you put on your calendar are classes. You don't get to choose when somebody's hosting a class, correct? Whether it's in person, through Facebook, or whatever it is, some live webinar or whatever it is. So just want to point out, in case you aren't familiar with this, part of the dues that we pay specifically here in Northeast Florida, in the Jacksonville and Clay County and Fernandina and all that stuff, here in this First Coast area. If you'll go to nefar.com, the education tab, you can put in the dates right here as to when you're looking for a class. So I put in the month, and these days are when we're having classes in March in particular. These are just the live classes. There are other classes. You have course types here, you'll have online, you'll have designations. I think I just put continuing education. Well, that's a designation. Anyway, these are live courses in the month of March. So notice this week they're offering the Florida Military Specialist. I don't know if there's still room in that. And just heads up, on the 18th, I'll be presenting my Successfully Selling New Construction course at NEFAR. So we still have some openings in that class as well, although over 50 people have already signed up. So just heads up. So again, as we're still talking about education, I mentioned already, that is the website once again. If you need your 4-hour post, bless you, you need your 60-hour post, or if you need your 14 hours. So if you want to screenshot this, or again, for those of you just joining, I'm recording our session this morning, so it will be posted at Boundless Business Coaching, my Facebook business page later on. So just kind of, I always encourage people to read every month, read a book, whether that is literally reading the hardcover book, or if you prefer audiobook, it doesn't matter. Another way we continue to grow and expand our mind is through reading. So I've just finished finally The Prosperous Mind, or Your Prosperous Mind. So it's very informative. It's everything that I try to communicate to my coaching clients, and then some. So it's also good for me to get it in my brain to focus on it personally as well. But one of the things in like one of the last chapters of his book, this was a quote that really stood out for me. The things we avoid hold the reins in our lives. Hey, I hear people talking. Please mute yourself. The things we avoid hold the reins in our lives, and many of the things we avoid boil down to a conversation that needs to be had that we haven't yet initiated. So obviously what that means is we've always heard, we give power over the things in our mind. So, we're not supposed to hold on to negativity, and we're supposed to focus on the positive. And that's hard when we're going through real life hard situations. We know this. The point is there something holding you hostage in your mind that's not allowing you to move forward in your life, whether it's personally, professionally? There's some unfinished business that you have with somebody, whether it's a colleague or a past relationship or a family member or whatever it is. What is holding you hostage in your mind? So what unhad conversation is clouding your life right now? I want to encourage you, as I am having to do with a situation as well, to address it. Go ahead and address whatever it is that is eating you up alive, making you toss and turn at night, affecting your health, whatever it is. You've got to initiate that conversation and resolve that issue so you can move on with your life, whatever resolution is. Now, here we are with our business stuff. I always promise you some tips. Just little tidbits. So, and I've been working on mine, but we are really supposed to send handwritten notes to people every day, not about real estate. So a power note is not my term. It's Hal Elrod, who was one of the writers of The Miracle Morning Agent. So he says to write just a handwritten note. It could be like 2 sentences about anything. Hi, you've been on my mind. Just hope all is well. Boom, send it out. Those little things are what matter. You don't talk about real estate. You don't ask for referrals. You don't even put your business card in there. Okay? So that's going to be hard for people to do. It could be as simple as you see them on Facebook and you see that their dog just died this weekend. Oh my gosh, so many pets passed away recently. So it could be a simple handwritten note, or of course at the dollar store and the Dollar General, you can get cards, guys, for 50 cents each, and they literally have a loss of pet card. So you can send something like that with a quick little note, which I've done actually to a friend for this weekend. She lost her dog to cancer over the weekend. So that note went out Saturday. So just something like that has nothing to do with real estate. If you will get in the practice of that I promise you is going to help your business, because at the end of the day, real estate is about the people that you connect with. They want to know you on a real life basis, not all those ads that you're one of 18 people, or just those silly little posts we see on Facebook where you've copied something that's cute and you repeat it. And so now by the time 3 o'clock comes around, the consumer has seen it by 18 different agents. I want you to stop that. Do something more meaningful and get in touch with people on a real life basis. Not preaching, just encouraging. Community service. So and I've seen some people doing this and I get the emails. Why don't you create a calendar of local events for March? We've got, St. Patty's Day, and it's going to be spring break. So maybe you find things for the family. And you can post that on social media as long as you put your contact information on the post. And also send that out as an e-blast to your sphere. We don't always want to talk about real estate. Sometimes we just want to connect with people so that we stay top of mind as a resource locally as well. Social media. I want everybody to utilize social media as much as we all hate it on certain days. And I promise you, I am not on it as much as I was, again, because of that personal situation. However, we are in real estate. We are required to be present in all places. So social media is where most of my business initiates. So one thing you can do instead of just posting another standard boring real estate post, feature a local business. Maybe it's that local cupcake shop, or maybe a new restaurant opened up, or maybe it's a new one of those like escape room places or something. But feature a local business weekly, and it could be as simple as going in and taking pictures and checking in where it is. Or one step better is to actually do a live Facebook video of the owner. That goes a long way. So I just want you to think about that as well. I need everybody to mute themselves, please, because we all hear whatever you're talking about. Thank you. So also coming up at 11 o'clock today, 19 Secrets to Real Estate Success. This is a free webinar that I do every month. It will last somewhere between 45 minutes to an hour, depending on if I have interactive or not. So there's the link to it right there. So I'll leave this on there for a couple seconds if you want to screenshot this as well. Totally free. It's a great way to get your month started if you're behind on your goals, or if you just want to get your mindset reset. Everyone's welcome. I've already gotten some people that have signed up, so it will definitely be happening at 11 o'clock today. So we're going to make this a quick one, huh? What successes can we celebrate today? I'm going to put us all back on now. Who had an open house that was good, or got a new listing, or had a closing? Who had something good this week that we can all celebrate real quick? Anyone? Nobody did any real estate last week? Or just nobody wants to share? Anyone? Well, then I'm going to keep this super short and sweet. I hope to see some of you again at 11 o'clock for the webinar. I appreciate all of you who have joined today. I do this every Monday. It lasts somewhere between 15 and 25 minutes usually. Every week it's a little different snippets of things. So hopefully you can take away some business tips every week, something different. So thanks again. I wish you all a successful week. Hope to see you again next week. And let's talk about some successes. So go and be prosperous, guys. Thank you for joining me. Have a great